All my life, I've been a Nintendo guy. Growing up, I mainly played the Mario games, such as the ones on the Nintendo 64 like Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, and the Mario Party games. I also had a Game Boy Advance and a Nintendo DS too, but I might discuss those later. But for all intents and purposes, I played a lot of Nintendo in my life. And over my whole life, I've noticed very interesting details in Nintendo games. Things that perplexed me. But with the knowledge I have now, I think it's high time we expose the Nintendo video game shared universe. Hello. As you can tell, I love making theory videos. But that didn't just sprout out of nowhere. I'd say my start was with the Game Theorists videos. I watched a good variety of their videos, and some of those were indeed the classic Zelda and Mario theories. You know the ones. But easily the ones I was most interested in were the timeline theories. Solving the official Zelda timeline and making theories on a potential Mario timeline. But this made me question something. Would all Mario games be considered canon? Like, would the Mario Kart games be in the same timeline as the main Mario games? In terms of the world itself, it does seem plausible. Mario is a mix of modern and medieval, so I'd buy Mario Kart, Mario Party, and all the other spin-offs being possibly canon. But there's a single problem that almost shatters that idea. The characters. Bowser, a man who's kidnapped Peach far more times than we can count, suddenly just peacefully races parties and plays sports with Mario, his arch-enemy. In fact, I'd say a lot of the time the way Mario characters are portrayed is wildly inconsistent. Specifically, the main man himself, Mario. Mario sometimes hates his brother, as shown in Mario Power Tennis. Other times they have an unbreakable bond. Mario is often paired with Peach. Then in Super Mario Land he's shown to be directly in love with Daisy, who she herself is often paired with Luigi. Then Mario in Donkey Kong is referred to as Jumpaman, and is with Pauline. While Pauline in Super Mario Odyssey doesn't seem to show signs of any former or present love with Mario, despite the new Donk City Festival being clearly directly themed after the events of Donkey Kong. And in Mario Party Superstars, when entering the boards, the host described the boards as being helped out in some way by a past superstar a long time ago, despite that superstar being literally the same cast of characters present there. So all of this obviously raised the question, why are Mario characters so inconsistent? But the reason as to why that is simply because Mario itself is an inconsistent franchise. There isn't an overarching story to be told. But then I turned to look at another Nintendo franchise to see if I could get some answers. And my jaw dropped as I realized what I had just uncovered. People, the game that solves everything is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. If you don't know the lore, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is canonically the first game in the Zelda timeline, and it's been called the most important game in the whole franchise. For good reason. It goes to solve why Link, Zelda, and Ganon fight over and over again despite different circumstances. Basically, in The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, when Link defeats Demise, the antagonist of the game, Demise casts a never-ending curse, where his hatred will be revived over and over again across history. But that's not all, as he also curses Link and Zelda's future bloodline too. stating the spirit of the hero and the blood of the goddess are also bound to this curse, meaning whenever the hatred of Demise rises, the spirit of Link and Zelda will be there for him to fight, and vice versa. This goes to explain everything. But people, if we apply what we know of the Demise curse to our problem, then, guys, we solved Mario. The reason why the series is so inconsistent is because there isn't a single Mario across these games. Not a single Peach, Bowser, Luigi, anyone. Because they are the descendants of the spirit of the hero, the goddess, Demise's hatred, everything. They are a part of the Demise curse. They are a part of the bloodline. Mario contains the spirit of the hero, Peach has the blood of the goddess, and Bowser is the reincarnation of Demise's rage. This explains why Mario and Luigi go from having an unbreakable bond to Mario being petty over Luigi's victories in tennis. It's because these are not the same Mario and Luigi. These are totally different characters. Bowser can so casually play go-karts, party, and do sports with Mario because he isn't the same Bowser as the one who constantly kidnaps Princess Peach. Mario can date Peach, Daisy, and Pauline because in each relationship it's a different Mario. Bowser and Mario also team up quite often, like in Super Mario RPG, while other time hate each other's guts. And of course, Mario saving Peach perfectly mirrors Link saving Zelda, and even the rare occasions Peach gets to save Mario also mirror how Zelda sometimes gets to save Link, such as in The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. You get the picture. And the New Donk City Festival in Super Mario Odyssey isn't celebrating something that happened a decade or so ago, but way further back. It all makes sense. But one problem does pop up. Bowser isn't always the enemy Mario faces in each game. And even if Bowser and Mario sometimes end up in good spots, it doesn't exactly match up with what the Demise curse was about. Well, for Bowser not always being the enemy, I think it's as simple as in Zelda, sometimes the same Link appears in multiple games, like with Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass, as one example. So it could be as simple as Mario and Bowser already having their big conflict, and got past it, leading to Mario face other enemies. And with Bowser and Mario sometimes being on the same good terms despite not exactly matching the Demise curse description, I also think it's as simple as not every instance with the Demise curse having to end with the hero killing the evil. And perhaps bringing peace with both sides, only to bring more conflict again once they die and the Demise curse does its thing again. And like I said, Mario is a mix of modern and medieval, so it's easy to see how after the events of every Zelda game, the Mario games can come after. But is it possible to link to Zelda with two games in particular? Yes. Yes, we can. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are what I describe Mario to be. Modern and medieval mixed together. But while Mario leans more towards modern with medieval elements, these Zelda games lean more towards medieval while having highly advanced technology. It's quite perfect, it's quite literally the perfect gateway. And if you somehow still don't buy into this idea, I have all the proof you need in a single game. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening has Mario enemies, such as Goombas, Chain Chomps, and Wart. This is as clear and blunt as it gets. And people, I'm not even done with The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. The whole game is revealed to have been a dream that Link had to wake the Windfish from. And people, is there perhaps a Mario game with that exact same twist? Where the whole game is indeed a dream? It's Super Mario Bros. 2. And people, that's the same game that introduced Wart! I don't know what to say. But what's scary is that despite me being done with The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, I'm not even done directly connecting these two. Because in Super Mario Sunshine, Plantissimo is a human who wears a Panita costume, Once you remove his mask, it's revealed his model is the Running Man from Zelda. And in Mario Kart 8, not only do we see Link join the cast, but we get Hyrule Circuit. And then in The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, the Happy Mask salesman has a Mario mask on his backpack. Honestly, I'm simply in raw shock that no big theory channels have uncovered this all before, connected the dots like this, because everything simply makes perfect poetic sense. But I couldn't help but wonder if this was really all there was to this. I mean, there are other Nintendo franchises. Is it exactly really so crazy to imagine that perhaps all Nintendo games could take place in the same universe? What? I know it sounds crazy. In fact, I'd say I have a good working theory going. At the moment, I need a refresh on the lore of certain franchises like Mother and F-Zero, to name a few. Because it's been a while since I caught up on those games, and I'd rather not sound like a fool if I make a mistake on the lore. But what do you guys think? Is it possible? Is my theory on the Nintendo Mario franchise secretly being a sequel to Zelda with every single game being canon possible? Leave your thoughts down below. And until next time, gamers. Also, YouTube shout out goes to Nathaniel Bandy.